Now, you know that I'm a native Atlantan, but in the late 90s, I called New York City home. And I've been here for a few days this week, and I just couldn't help but think of similarities that New York and Atlanta have. I mean, after all, Atlanta is referred to as the New York of the South. So real quick, some of the similarities. First of all, business. New York City, of course, is a leader in the finance world. Atlanta is a growing tech hub. Also, both cities are very culturally diverse. They are a melting pot of different nationalities and cultures from all over the world. And both are very transient cities with people moving in and out all the time. Entertainment is another commonality. New York City, of course, has Broadway, and Atlanta has a thriving film industry. Both cities also have sports in common with professional teams in basketball, baseball, and football. Both cities also have amazing shopping and restaurants. There's so much to do. And both cities have an entrepreneurial spirit that is heavy in tech. What are the differences? Well, geography, first of all, is a huge difference. So let's focus on Manhattan, the most popular of all the New York City boroughs. From top to bottom, it's only about 13 miles long, and at its widest, it's less than 2.5 miles wide. And it's surrounded by water, which means that's a constraint when it comes to actual land. If you want more real estate, the only way is to go up. You can't add any more land. Atlanta doesn't have that geographic constraint, so they can continue to move out and build more and more. And ultimately, it is this lack of land, of real property, that makes New York City super expensive. New York City is much more expensive to live. Atlanta, you can just move out further, and you also have more options when it comes to where you live and what kind of home you live in. Atlanta, you have single family homes, you can have a townhome, a condo. There are a lot of differences, whereas here in New York City, you're pretty much looking at a high rise, maybe a townhome. Townhomes are really expensive, but definitely not a single family home. In the city, something like a balcony would be considered outdoor space. Atlanta has a lot of green space, and many people have their own backyard. It can spread out in Atlanta where you can't really do that here in the city. But here's the thing, Atlanta is a lot more affordable because we are not constrained by that boundary of water. We can just continue to grow out. We can build new neighborhoods and new homes. In New York City, they can't do that. Like I said, they can go up. Other than that, people can move into other boroughs, or they can move into New Jersey or Long Island. And even as built up as Atlanta is, we still have tons of green space. We have tons of parks, homes have yards. New York City really only has Central Park, and they'll have little parks scattered throughout the city. That's about it. Your money just goes so much farther in Atlanta than it does in New York. Bottom line is, Atlanta and New York, you have similar opportunities in both cities. Atlanta, though, is far more affordable.